Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Hey, Day. Thank you for the donation. We are doing one card pulls today. Any question is fine. All right, Amy. Yes, Amy, I'm getting a yes. Queen of Swords. I feel like he was perceiving you when you talked to him. Shayna J. Good luck. I have Nine of Swords in reverse and Wheel of Fortune. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Situation will improve, and there's good luck surrounding you right now. You're welcome. Earth Angel, I am getting a yes. Queen of Swords, this is the card of perceiving. So I feel like he's trying to communicate with you and have you perceive him. What the? Hold on one second, guys. You're welcome, Earth Angel. Nausea, one card. I have the Moon. I feel like this person is saying that the path is not clear, that they're just trying to follow their intuition and take one step at a time. Amy, thank you for the donation. Queen 707, I am getting a yes, but it is the Knight of Wands, so it indicates that there's a lot of desire and maybe even like energy being put towards this plan, but just be careful that you're not doing something too soon. Make sure that you have all your ducks in a row first, okay? But I am getting a yes, that is possible. Rupali, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Daisha, I do believe you can change this outcome, but I am getting a no right now. I have the Four of Swords, so wow, I believe this is the throat chakra, if I'm not mistaken. But it talks about having anxiety, stress, overwhelm, mental overload, and your need for taking some time to yourself to rest and relax and just be and not worry too much about what's going to come up ahead. So I feel like this is just urging you to take a break right now, because maybe that's going to give you some inspiration that you need. You need to take a break. That's what I'm getting. You need to give yourself some time to just do nothing. So, Rupali, I have no. I have 10 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles. This also talks about being overburdened, heavy weight on the shoulders, feeling like this is completely up to, or maybe Sumit feels like this is completely up to him and he's feeling the weight of it all. And the 5 of Pentacles talks about a temporary hardship, but these are cards indicating no. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking in your question, but I am getting a no. You're welcome, Queen. Margaret, I have a yes. You also have the Knight of Wands.
Oh, and I found the chocolate chips. They are the.
Margaret, I feel like they're excited to have you there. You're welcome, Daisha. Hey, Philomena, welcome in. Hey, Natty, welcome in. In that they're directing you to cancel the batch right now. So just a heads up, whoever might get the order later might cause a delay in their delivery or something. Just say you're being directed to cancel it. That the app has been having issues all day or something. Natty Nat, I have a yes. I have Page of Swords. This is curiosity. It's also talking about be vigilant with your planning as well. Understand that planning as far ahead as you can is the best thing that you can do to ensure that this goes off without a hitch. Philomena, thank you so much for the donation. You're welcome, Natty.
The chat is now, it's still 2 hours now.
Well, this is going down, I guess. Empress, who are you asking about? Okay, thank you. Ooh, Knight of Wands is a big card today. So Empress Tarot, I am getting a yes. Knight of Wands is a very heart-centered excitement to see you. This also talks about like passion, desire, and just overall feeling very inspired about seeing you in April. All right, guys, last call for free readings before we move on to donations. Get your questions in ASAP. If you are new, you can still ask a yes/no question after the free list closes, but only if you're new. You're welcome, Empress Tarot. All right, first on our list for donations is Day Oceane for a mini reading. So I believe is a mini reading. You've got to confirm that with me, Day, if you have a chance. Hey, James, welcome in. Thank you so much for the donation. I'll add you to the list. Remember that you guys can pay to skip if you don't want to wait. It's $5 to move yourself up to the top of the list, to skip the line. And right now, no one has paid to skip, so we shouldn't have any issues getting you bumped up to the front. James, that sounds really good. Perfect. Day, you can post your questions now if you're ready. I'm about to close the free list. James. Okay, I got your questions. Thank you. Okay, an in-depth, sure. We can do that for you. Okay. All right, I just got your question. Let's see.
So nice I did get one.
Oh, well, there you go. So, Day, it feels like he's really trying to get a read on you. He's really trying to understand you. I think he wants to basically get to the heart of who you are and really take the time to make you feel seen and make you feel understood. And as far as a relationship with this person, he's coming through as the King of Pentacles. So he is wanting to offer you stability, security, provide for you. This is also like a card, kind of like a husband or a life partner. I'm not sure what your experience is with this person or if you feel like this is incorrect, but there is a level of maturity that I'm sensing here that I feel like he would either level up in a relationship with you or he's bringing that to the connection right now and wanting to continue that. I'm seeing him basically, he's looking at your connection and he's saying, I want this to continue. I don't want this to stop. I feel like he's searching for an understanding and he's trying to have faith here in your relationship. I feel like a relationship with him, a committed relationship with him, would involve a lot of fantasy, dreaming, wishful thinking, feeling like you have options. So this does kind of give an energy of like this person adds value to your life. Like this person isn't going to detract or take anything away from you. This person's just going to add value to your life. He, I feel, is very curious and invested and interested in you. Let's see. Now, I'm wondering what the holdup is with you specifically. Do you feel like he's falling short? Do you feel like there's something missing that you thought that you would feel or have with this person? Do you feel like you're not sure how into him you are? Are you concerned about getting into a relationship? Because I feel like he views you as his queen. You know, I have the Queen of Swords, but he feels like while you radiate so much warmth and divine energy and beauty, he feels like you're keeping him at arm's length, and I don't know if he understands fully why. Leandra, thank you for the donation. I will add you to the list. We grew up together. He had a chance, but he did mature a lot. But I just feel like I have to make the right decision as well, and I'm trying not to let the past get in the way. Got you. I feel like I'm very protective of myself. Yes, that's coming through with the Queen of Swords. Is like, this is a person who needs to be clear about their desires. They stand up for themselves. They're not afraid to protect themselves. But with that energy, you can't let love in. You know, it's too hard to do that. He's been showing up nonstop, so it could be like this fear of yours. You know, to take that leap of faith. But I am seeing like associate faith. I'm seeing the words associate faith with this connection. Feel like it will be okay. I think that it can be very difficult for your connection if you say, okay, let's be, you know, committed, let's be in a relationship, but he doesn't feel like you are opening up to him. I think that is going to be a problem, and that might be a theme in your relationship. So I think when you say yes, or if you say yes, you have to just be completely open. It's, you know, there's nothing wrong with being cautious. There's nothing wrong with being observant or alert or aware. But if he receives this yes from you, and you guys do enter a relationship with one another, but he still feels that distance or that disconnect, this might serve as a detriment to your relationship. So if you say yes, you have to be as open-hearted as you can be, even though it's scary. But I think that he will treat you well. I think that he'll have patience with you, and he'll fight for this, and he'll give it his all. You're welcome, Day. PayPal. Okay, let me check. So Zazu, I have not received anything yet. The last thing I received was at 4:07. It's 4:14 where I am, and it was from Leandra. So maybe it's pending. Just double check and make sure that, yeah, I've only had 2 donations today from PayPal, and those have been claimed already. So just double check that it went through on your end and make sure you're sending it to the PayPal linked in my pinned comment. If both of those are good, then it may just take a minute for it to process. So I'll let you know as soon as I get it. Hey, XB, welcome in. Name is different. Okay, Zazu. As soon as I see a new donation come through on PayPal, I will let you know. It might just take a minute. I'll keep an eye on it. All right, so Amy, the first thing that's come through is align strong. And I'm hearing that as like strongly aligned. I feel like he's coming through saying, you and I are still, even though it's like you can't communicate with this person, it's like he's saying nothing's changed. Like we are just as aligned as we were before, you know. I'm also seeing like compete joy. So I feel like he's saying here that it would be really hard for someone to it's like no competition. Like you had no competition. Like no one else made him as happy, you know, as you do or you did. So there's the words loving. Sorry, my voice is a little weird today. There's the word loving, and there's also the word relax. So I feel like this is him coming through to provide comfort to you, because I know you said you were looking for some types of reassurance or words of comfort if they do pop up, and they have. So he's trying to send you like loving feelings, loving thoughts, and he's saying to relax, to try to be at peace with everything. All right, so I see some people coming in who have been here before looking to get free readings, and I'm so sorry to say, but our free list is closed. So you'll have to make sure that you either donate or come back another day if you've been here before. New subscribers only, and not new subscribers that have unsubscribed and then resubscribed. If I've seen you before, that's not considered a new sub. I don't play that game like the other tarot readers might. They might give into like new subs and free reads and stuff like that. I don't. I do free reads no matter if you've been here before or not. So unsubscribing to my channel is not beneficial. It only hurts my channel. So sorry about that. But if you've been here before, just know we're not doing free readings for you. You're more than welcome to donate. Asana, thank you for retracting. I appreciate you. God's daughter, thank you for retracting. What do you need a dress for? SB, I have your donation. Oh, SB, I got you. Okay, perfect. Xanu, I still have not received a donation, so please double check on your end. Again, I'll let you know if I get it or not. So I have the word grateful. So I feel like it's like grateful for your connection, grateful for you, grateful for the time that we did have. I also saw the word drive. It was just by itself. So you'll have to take that however it makes sense for you. You know, sometimes when we are driving ourselves, like if you have a vehicle, it may be where he's noticing you're spending a lot of time thinking about him. We also have the word scent. And I know that lately you've been getting Claire Aliens, I believe it is called, where you can smell like a fragrance or a cologne. It's also called Claire Scents, I believe, as well. So it's clear smelling, and so maybe these notes of cologne that you're getting or fragrances is his way of saying that he's around you or he's near you. Well, you should get that dress then. If that's how you feel in it. Everyone should always have a nice dress that they feel good in. Plus, you're still pretty young, so I'm sure you'll have plenty of occasions to wear it to. Probably in a couple years, even if it still fits well, you know, you'll probably start getting invited to weddings and things. Oh, you're starting to learn how to drive? Okay, well, that's funny. I was like, you might want to take this as it resonates. I'm not quite sure. So you're learning how to drive today. Okay. Maybe that is his way of coming through, acknowledging that. So I noticed with Claire Aliens that I just got a message him saying he'll see you again. We'll see each other again. That just came through. But I noticed with Claire Aliens that it's going to happen when you aren't trying for it to. Just so you know, it's going to be randomly, like you're reading a book, eating food, and suddenly you're just like, wait, what? So just keep in mind, I don't necessarily feel it's something you can channel and demand like on cue for it to happen. I think it's usually, at least from my experience, something that happens when you're not expecting it, you're not trying for it, you're not even thinking about it, and randomly it'll come to you. So just know that, and here's the thing too, sometimes spirit on the other side, they're not going to do something even if you ask them to do it, they're not going to necessarily do it, because they might know something that you might not know. They may, you may say, hey, like, give me a sign, show me a sign, but if it's not for your highest good to do it at that moment, then they won't do it, because maybe they know that if they give you too much or show you too much or communicate with you too much, that you're never going to be able to grieve them and move on. So just know too that it's unfortunately not always on demand. You can ask, but you just have to accept what it is you get when you get it, kind of thing. All right, final messages for Amy here. All right, so you have the word soulmate again. Soulmates. You also have the word gift. Oh, it says gift unsure or unsure gift. Maybe that's an acknowledgement because you were supposed to get a Valentine's Day gift from him and it says like unsure gift or gift unsure. And maybe that's like an acknowledgement here that he's aware that you never got that gift from him that he said you would get. Yeah, I haven't received anything since that night, but I told you that if I did, I would tell you. So I don't know. I keep getting like this feeling that the gift that he got for you, whether he ordered it or not, I feel like you're going to find out about this gift somehow. I don't know how, but I feel like you're going to get it.
I was just calling.
And then we also have the word enjoy to wrap up your reading. Enjoy. And so I feel like that's him saying just enjoy the little things, okay? Oh, a little paper message just caught onto my finger. It says fancy. So maybe like get that dress, get fancy, feel fancy. Also, like I fancy you. But with the word enjoy, it makes me feel like he's saying like still find ways to enjoy life, still find ways to have a good time. Okay, Amy, that sounds good. I'll take a look at it out after this live stream. I'm sure it's beautiful. Make sure they do it now so that way you don't have to call them back again. You're welcome, Amy. Have a good rest of your day. All right, this is for Philomena. Zanu, just a final call on that. I still have not received that donation. I've been on the lookout for it, so it has not come through. Thanks, Amy. You too. All right, Philomena, we're shuffling for you now. Next in love for Philomena. Next in love. Oh wow, Philomena, as soon as I said that, it was 4444 on my timestamp here. Next in love for Philomena. So, Philomena, it's kind of showing here that you've been feeling a huge burden when it comes to your love life. That you've probably been feeling like everything is on you to make it work, or on you to put the energy or effort in. And this can probably be a very confusing time for you because maybe your love life feels more complicated than it should. It feels like it should just be easier than this. It shouldn't be like this tug of war or this like trying so hard kind of thing. You could feel like you just been this uphill battle here. And I feel like that's leaving you to feel like, you know what, let me just drop it. Let me just like let go of all these things, all these potential options. Let me just walk away because I have the Eight of Cups abandonment. Yes. You said you're not talking to anyone or seeing anyone. Exactly. Okay. So that's actually where I was going with this because I have the Eight of Cups here and it talks about abandonment, abandoning plans. Let's just walk away. Let's just move on from this because I feel like I keep getting disappointment. So I'm going to withdraw myself from this so that way I'm not having to constantly put myself through frustration or letdown or something like that. And I feel like this is turning you into a Queen of Swords. Now, there's so much benefit by being a Queen of Swords. You are perceptive, you're observant, you're intelligent, you're smart, you're making better choices. And I feel like these lessons that you have learned has put you into this Queen of Swords place where now you're like, okay, I'm going to be more picky maybe. I'm going to not settle. I'm going to pay attention to the red flags from the beginning. I am basically like just going to take my time and let people show me who they are, and then I will make my decision. But the negative side of the Queen of Swords is that they do keep people at a distance. Um, so we want to keep in mind that while you want to keep all those positive qualities, if someone does come through for you at some point, that you're not like keeping them at arm's length. You're making sure that you do have the ability to not let the past jade you and allow this person to let you in, or allow you to let this person in, I should say. What's next for the love life? So, I gotta be honest, right now I'm seeing a lot of just being on your own, doing your own thing. Um, hmm. See, they're showing a lot of detachment, themes of detachment and withdrawal. There's also Two of Wands here also talks about like um, wanderlust or wanting to explore other things, maybe outside of love, because Five of Wands talks about how you've had nothing but hardship or conflict, and that maybe when it comes to love, this is going to go on the back burner for you, and you're going to focus on other areas of your life at this time that will provide fulfillment for you, almost guaranteed fulfillment. So this could indicate like traveling to new places, saving up to go on vacations, spending time more with friends or family, um, and just enjoying yourself, because you probably feel like you spent way too many days focused on what other people are going to do and how other people perceive you and what other people think, and that could have left you feeling, uh, you know, maybe more on the negative side for a very long time. Where now you just want to see the joy in life. You just want to find the joy around you. And so you're going to start doing and participating in activities that are going to bring you fulfillment rather than worrying too much about your love life. So I think that your love life is going to go on the back burner for a little while. Holy crap, that's so crazy. You have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles all back to back to back. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Graduating your academy, that's not until May. I see things opening up for you more so like after the academy. I think right now the focus is just shifted on other areas of your life outside of love. But I want to say, if you came to me like after the academy, maybe like in June or July, I think that this timeline would start to show that maybe you start to become a little bit more mentally open to something new. But I feel like you're looking for, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm picking up like life partner vibes off of you. You're basically going to date to find your person. It's not about hookups, flings, situationships. Maybe that got you by for a little while, but right now I feel like it's like, I don't know if it's because if you're getting older or if you have like certain life plans, or maybe you want to create a family, or maybe you want to, get a house or whatever it is, but it's almost like you can't waste your time anymore on things that aren't checking boxes. And I see that shift more focused back on your love life over the summer. So I think we can look more into this then. But right now, again, I can't help but think you're going to have your focus on other areas of your life, and your love life is going to go on the back burner for a little while. Not long, but a few months probably. Those half-ass relationships aren't for me. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I was picking up for sure. All right, Philomena, thank you so much. Good luck with everything. We are going to move on to James now. James, I believe you said you were working, but if you happen to be in here right now, feel free to check in with me. All right, this is for James. Love option 2, James and Patty. I keep seeing the word airplane, or keep seeing an airplane. I'm like, is someone traveling? Is someone in here like going on a trip soon, or like packing for a trip? I don't know why. I just keep seeing airplane. All right. Love option 2, Patty and James. Oh, it looks like a donation came through via Venmo. So if that's you, let me know and I'll add you to the list. It looks like it was a yes/no question. All right. Okay, so, all right, so the first thing that I'm getting, James, we're just going to kind of go down the line because I got to be honest, there's not any one card that's sticking out to me. And usually I start with a card that's like really jumping out at me. So I have 8 of Wands as what is she showing and giving to this connection. So you're seeing a more action-oriented Patty. You are seeing someone who's offering more movement, more progress here. 8 of Wands is also the fastest moving card of the deck. It indicates that things are in flow, that there's not really much block here. It's exciting time. It just feels like a lot of movement. It feels like a shift. And I feel like so what she's showing you is that she's more open, she's more receptive, she's more responsive. Maybe the communication as well is pretty consistent. So that's good. And then as far as thoughts, I have the King of Swords, feelings, Page of Pentacles, and intentions, 9 of Cups. So I feel like she's looking at you as someone who's offering balance, someone who is realistic, someone who is a person of authority. You have good judgment. And she just keeps thinking about all of the positive qualities that you carry within yourself. You're like a source of power or strength to her. And King of Swords is like very it's kind of like King of Pentacles, like very routine. And so she likes the idea of being able to rely on you. The consistency that you're offering is giving her more opportunity to trust you and trust the connection. And also while still feeding her mentally, stimulating her mind. And the King of Swords is a natural position for a Gemini. So there's also that. Feelings, she feels like things are going well. She feels like this is going this is offering like good news, or she's feeling very good about the connections, feeling like this is a solid beginning. I think she's starting to ease into the idea of making plans with you and feeling like she can keep those. She's also giving herself a little bit of freedom to play with the idea of the future, because I think for a while she was very day to day, and I think right now there's a little opportunity for her now where she's kind of like, I feel pretty good in this connection, maybe now I can start planning or thinking about, what's to come for us, or fantasizing about a life together. She's starting to like trust a little bit more. And as far as intentions go, Nine of Cups, she's saying that she is feeling very happy, very joyful, fulfilled, optimistic, satisfied. As far as influences or blocks, we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups does talk about like refusing offers, but I don't necessarily know if that's what she's doing. I feel like more than anything, she's probably regretful. I think she's a little sad that she may have refused offers before from you, or missed opportunities before from you. She's probably like maybe getting a little down on herself for being so hesitant before. Maybe she's thinking you guys could be even farther along if she had just given it a chance and not been so cautious or defensive. And then as far as the energy around the relationship, we have the Page of Wands. And so this talks about good news, feeling good, feeling optimistic, feeling faithful, feeling energetic about your connection. And there is this like touch with that card of marching to the beat of your own drum. So she's feeling like her uniqueness and the things that set her apart are making her feel good. She still feels like she can be herself, and still do what she wants to do, be who she wants to be in this connection, and there's no judgment from you. I feel like if anything, she feels celebrated in the fact that she's different from other people, and she's realizing that the two things aren't mutually exclusive. In order to be in a relationship or a meaningful connection with someone, doesn't automatically mean that you have to change or conform. And I think maybe in the past she maybe distanced herself from relationships because she felt like she had to change who she is, or change some aspect to her personality to fit the mold. But she's noticing with you that the two aren't mutually exclusive. Commitment doesn't equal like I have to change who I am, even though that's what she's been shown before. So she's really liking that who she is being celebrated, rather than diminished. And she's still like, oh, I can still be me and also have a meaningful connection. So I think she's liking that a lot. We're going to go ahead and shuffle for your next question. Hey, Christy, I was actually just thinking about you. I will add you to the list. You will be after SB, Christy, okay? for your yes no question. And I will get back to your comment there when it's your turn. Feel free to stick around if you'd like. If not, it's okay. You can just come back for your reading when you get a chance. But I'll call on you when it's your turn and we'll see if you're in the room, okay? All right, will Patty come with James to the friend's wedding in June as a +1? Ooh, James, I'm getting a yes. I have Ace of Pentacles. I also have Queen of Wands here. And so this feels like great. This feels like yes. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that. I will accept. Because the Ace of Pentacles is depicted by a hand outstretched with an item saying, here, this is for you. And I feel like that's your invitation to her. And she's saying, I will accept. Not only that, but I think she's excited about it. I think it almost feels like this is just adding another layer of like security to the relationship, that she would be the one you'd ask to go with her. And the Queen of Wands here indicates that she's like kind of excited, maybe to get to know some more people in your circle. If this is not a mutual friend. And then the Queen of Wands here also indicates like, not only am I gonna go, but I'm gonna look hot. Like I feel like she's like, oh, an opportunity to like get dressed up, look nice. Like I'm all about it. I'm all for it. I'm excited. There's a lot of like fiery energy in this reading, lots of wands. And so like passion, vibrancy, excitement. It's also June, so it's just like a really kind of like sultry, sexy month, you know? It's just like where you feel like you are like tan and glowing and vibrant. I don't know. There's just like this seductive quality. And I think that just makes her really excited. We also have the sun here. Oh, wait, did you say she was no, you said she was a water sign. Okay. Because I'm getting a lot of Leo energy here with the Queen of Wands and the sun. So positivity, fun. She's excited to kind of let her hair down and enjoy herself. Yeah, I feel like she's accepting. I do. All right, and then next question. What will the relationship be like by the end of May? What will the relationship be like by the end of May? Good news, optimism. Your relationship is getting what it deserves. We have justice here. So like you feeling justified, you feeling you feeling like you're getting what you want out of this connection. We have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. If I did not know better, I would say that she is feeling like your woman. She is feeling like, I don't know if you guys define the relationship in May or what, but I think she's really starting to embrace that feeling of being like yours. We have the Empress here and the Queen of Pentacles, which is like the wife, the mother, the girlfriend. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles is such similar energy, where she's feeling excited about what can grow from your connection. Oh my God, the Empress is here again. So I asked Five of Swords why why Five of Swords was here in the center of the reading, and she's surrendering here. And I'm asking, what is she surrendering to? And I got the 10 of Cups and the Empress. So 10 of Cups talks about alignment, harmony, being in a relationship, having a partner, and what does that future entail? And she's just, I think she's letting her defenses down. She's surrendering to, yeah, let's embrace it. Let's embrace what we are, and I'm going to stop trying to put up a block, or I'm going to stop trying to put up a wall. So that is what I've got for you, James. Hopefully enjoy those readings with me and that they resonate for you. Hey, J Moon, thank you so much for the donation. Let me add you to the list really quickly. Leandra, you're next. If you're here, please check in with me. We're about to get started on yours, Leandra. I updated the donation list. If there's anyone on the list that can't wait, you are more than welcome to pay to skip the line. It's $5 to skip and you'll be bumped to the top of the list. All right, Leandra, let's see. You were a in-depth reading. Okay. What's potentially going to happen between me and M? Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. That was loud for y'all. He said, new connection. He tries to get my attention, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. Okay. What's potentially going to happen between Leandra and M, please? Okay. So I have the friends card. So when I see 3 of Cups, I see friends with benefits. When I see 3 of Pentacles, I see friendship. So at a minimum, I feel like this person is looking for some type of physical connection with you. I don't necessarily mean that's where it's going to stop, but I'm saying like he is open, or like he'd be open to exploring a connection like that, and kind of see where it goes. I see the word sweet release, so it is feeling kind of sexual. Now, the Three of Cups also indicates that there could be like a third party emotional attachment as well. So, this could be that he's also involved with other people, or he's in a relationship himself, or you're in a relationship yourself, or you're talking to other people. But essentially, it indicates that this isn't just between the two of you, that there's like a third party influence over the connection. Now, if none of that resonates, if you know for a fact he's single, and you know for a fact that you're single, and you know for a fact that like you're not, y'all, neither of y'all are talking to anyone, the only other interpretation that this could be is that either you're not over an ex or he's not. Because a lot of times, hey Paula, how are you? A lot of times, third party influences can affect us even if we're not physically talking to those people. Three cups can also indicate threesome. Again, I'm just throwing out all the intentions that I can possibly see with the Three of Cups. It's the card of like polyamory, and it's the card of just like the connection isn't just the two of you, that there's like this third dimensional being or situation that's surrounding the connection. So now let's see what's going to happen between them. I am seeing with Seven of Wands, you having to like stand your ground, stand up for what you feel is important, fighting for your corner, basically setting expectations, saying this is what I want, this is what I expect, and I will not settle for anything less than this. But it's essentially you having to be like, explain yourself, prove yourself, defend yourself. And I see with the Eight of Cups like abandonment or walking away. So the energy that I'm tapping into right now doesn't feel entirely stable. It feels flirty, it feels exciting, but it doesn't necessarily say to me, oh, this is a person who's here for a relationship. So that does have me a little bit concerned, to be honest. Let's see. You said it makes sense. Okay. So the Hangman here talks about feeling trapped or feeling limited by something. So you could feel some type of restriction, like you feel like you're trying to get out ahead of this, you're trying to get out ahead of it, you're trying to make more than what you're getting, get more out of this than what you're getting. You're like, but you feel like your hands are tied here. You feel like you're not getting anywhere, or you're like running around in circles about a situation with this person, and or like there's a theme or a cycle. And I see you guys like, you feeling like I keep explaining myself till I'm blue in the face, but I'm not feeling like I'm getting anywhere. The Hangman talks about delays. We have Eight of Pentacles, which can indicate that this relationship can be a lot more work than what it's worth. And it's requiring a lot of inner strength from you to maintain this connection with this person. I see you having to assert a lot more masculine energy than maybe what you would care to do. What I mean by that is having to assert a lot of independence. There might be like traditional gender roles that are swapped, where he's trying to get things from you and you're having to provide them, whereas in a masculine feminine relationship, he should be the one offering and providing, and you should be the one receiving. And the reason why it doesn't work the other way is because when women receive things, they duplicate it, or they make it more, they make more of it. Whereas when men are on the receiving end of things, they just take and take and take and take, and they don't know how to like multiply. They don't know how to add value back into the situation. And so it's better for a man to be a masculine energy, to be more in the masculine side. Women in their masculinity, they feel like they have to do everything. They feel like they have to be independent. They feel like they have to take care of everything, and it really depletes their energy. And I feel you in this connection, feeling like you have to be the one that does everything, and your energy starts to get depleted. And maybe you feel defeated because of it. So, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty. I feel like you could be very devoted to this person, and I feel like you would still feel uncertain about, is that feeling reciprocated? So I think that's what you need to know about this. Let me know if you have any questions. Paula, thank you for the donation. Zazu, thank you for the donation. Let me confirm really quickly and add you guys on. You're welcome, Leandra. Thank you so much for your donation and your patience as well today. If you guys are on your way out, please like my live stream before you leave. I would appreciate it. Okay, I went ahead and updated the list in the chat. That way everyone knows where they are. I also want you guys to know that I have a pay to skip option if you want to skip the line. It's $5. And you can be moved up to the top of the list. Hey, Elisa, how are you? So next up we have SB. SB, if you're here, please check in with me. All right, we're waiting on SB to check in. I also want to let everyone know that I've got, let's see. It's probably going to be about a 35-minute wait at this point for those of you who are waiting. SB, if you're here, please check in with me. I'm going to go ahead and like your donation so that way you know that we're ready for you. SB, I don't think that I have your questions. I only have the love spread option. So I'm waiting for you to post your questions as well if you're here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the love spread for SB, and hopefully she can come back in and give me her questions before we have to move on. All right, this is a love spread for SB. Love spread. Virgo and SB. Virgo and SB. Virgo and SB. All right, so how they feel about you. We have 8 of Pentacles. Their true intentions. We have Ace of Wands. The Magician is for what you want. King of Cups is for what they want. What brings you together. Page of Cups. What pulls you apart. Knight of Wands. Energy around the relationship. 9 of Swords. What's hidden is strength. And will the relationship be successful? We have the Tower. So SB, you're gonna have to let me know what's going on with you guys right now. I'm not sure if like wait, hold on. Is this someone different? Is this someone different, Jay? I'm trying to remember. Wow. This is confusing. I hope this is not the guy that like we've been getting really good readings on. I think that was someone else, I want to say. But for the Virgo that you're asking about, I'm not getting great cards, I gotta be honest. Let's start with the Tower. Will this connection be successful? I am getting a no. At least right now. The Tower here is indicating a lot of instability, chaos, confusion surrounding this connection. Now, there is a silver lining to the Tower, and that indicates that these things can be rebuilt, but it's not going to survive or be sustainable in this energy. So there has to be like some changes that happen. As far as how they feel about you with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like they feel this connection's requiring a lot of patience. I do feel that they feel purpose in this connection. They feel like there is a reason that you guys know each other, are in a connection with one another. They feel like there's a greater purpose here, or that they feel purpose in this connection. Like it matters to them. Like this relationship with you. The Eight of Pentacles indicates that two things. Number one, that this connection can require a lot of work, but also that work would pay off, and the willingness to put in the effort that it requires is here. Their true intentions, Ace of Wands. We have a desire for a new beginning to ground this connection. I think they're looking to have a spark or bring a spark back into this connection, maybe rekindle, like, how some people talk about how the connection or the relationships like lost their spark and they want to get that back. Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like there's this desire for a rekindling or a kindling period, wanting to bring some type of like inspiration and excitement and maybe like passion to the connection. For what you want, I have as the Magician. This is also the throat chakra. I'm kind of getting that you're like, however this goes is up to me. I feel like you're looking for control in this connection. You're like, this will be on my terms, and if it doesn't go how I want it to, then it's not gonna work. I think you're kind of rising up and remembering that who the fuck you are, and that it's up to you here. This is your choice. Where you're directing your will and manifesting your desires and saying if it's not my way, it's the highway, beat it. So that's kind of what I'm getting. What they want, I have as the King of Cups. They're offering trust, they're offering care, they're offering healing. They want to understand you, they want to show that they can be generous. What brings you guys together? Page of Cups. We have that there is this comfort that you feel with one another. Maybe that's very rare. This comfort you feel with one another, or this familiarity that you feel with one another, is very rare. It's like not really something you experience often with other people, or it's like very unique to the two of you. And let's see. I feel like there's another message here. I'm just trying to, give me a second. Okay, so another strength that you guys have is that despite what it looks like, you guys still hold out hope for the connection. What pulls you apart is that there's not a lot of follow through, and there's also not a lot of thinking that happens when you have, I feel like this person can have the tendency to just follow impulses and urges, and it's very easy for things to get messy very quickly, probably, with this person, because there's so much, like, I'm hearing, for some reason, I'm hearing raging hormones. I don't know why, but I feel like there's just so much chemistry with the two of you that sometimes it can turn y'all into mush and you don't really think things through. You're like, I know that we should be doing this instead of this and this instead of that, and there's a certain order to things, but once we get together, it's like all sense goes out the window. And I think that could be perceived as like a negative thing, because then it's like you just keep going back around and around with this person. I don't know. I feel like I'm picking up on someone completely different than what we've been doing readings on. So I do hope I'm right on that. The energy around the relationship is the Nine of Swords. So there's worry, negativity, concern, uncertainty surrounding this relationship. Um, What's hidden? Maybe something that you don't realize or what you don't know is that you both are very strong individually, and whether or not this works out to like the two of you together or not, you guys will be okay. You guys will be okay. So yeah, that is what I've got for you, SB. Since you are not here to tell me what your BOGO questions are, because I don't see them, I checked the donation and then I also checked the chat, the live stream, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't see your BOGO questions, so we'll have to come back to you on that, okay? All right, moving on to our next person we have is Christy. Christy is here. Christy has a yes/no question she would like to ask. And SB, we're going to go ahead and put you back into rotation as well, just because I don't know where you are. Christy is here. Christy, thank you for checking in with me. Okay. So Christy is doing the yes/no question. I was approached by a recruiter for a job that is a bit intimidating but super exciting. Boss found out that I was interviewing and fired me on Friday. What? First of all, first part's in Venmo. Okay, let me check. Is the job I'm interviewing for Tuesday the right job for me? Okay, I see your question. Got you. First of all, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that this happened. I feel like that's such a shitty thing to do, and while they're well in their right to let you go, it's not like you were guaranteed this job. And I'm sure you would have put in proper notice, and I'm sure you would have done all the right things, and it is within your right to explore other options. And employers need to understand that. Employers need to understand that, like, if you're not promoting, if you're not providing adequate compensation, if you're not doing all the things, then your employees are going to be looking elsewhere to see if there's other options that are available to them. So, if you don't want that to happen, then maybe you should be doing the right thing and doing right by your employees. So again, it's well within their right to fire you, but it's also within your right to look elsewhere. And I just think that's such a shitty situation that you have found yourself in, and I'm really sorry that happened. I also feel like it sounds almost as if they were looking for a reason to let you go, which I'm sorry. That just sucks. I don't know if this new job that I'm interviewing for on Tuesday is the right job for me. Okay. Let's see. Exactly. Thank you. I'm trusting that the door closed for me for my highest good. I'm just curious if this job I'm interviewing for is right for me and going to be the best fit, or if it's somewhere else completely. You're welcome. And I do believe that too. I do. I just don't want this to stick with you either. I don't want you to like think negatively about yourself because something like this happened. Because I know that when you get let go or you get fired from somewhere, that's completely not validated. It's not warranted. It's nothing that you did, but you can just feel like resentment for that happening. So don't carry it with you because a similar, not exactly what happened to you, but a situation like that happened to me a couple years back. And it's like, it still bothers me because there was no justice. It was not deserved. And I'm just here. I'm here in camaraderie with you over this situation. And I'm really sorry that that happened. Yes, exactly. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad. All right, so I'm asking if this is in your highest good, and I am getting a yes. I have the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups are the two things that are really jumping out at me, and a little bit about a Page of Cups situation. Um, that's sticking out to me. I feel like when I see Two of Cups here, it indicates like a great partnership, compatibility, and alignment, and a really good fit for you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is the only thing that's good for you or that somewhere else couldn't be better, but I feel like this came to you at just the right time. Eight of Pentacles indicates a new job for you here. And you building up your resume and you getting your foot in the door somewhere that's fun and exciting. Um, and the Eight of Pentacles also indicates that by working here, you'll be doing something that you can feel really proud of. Like you'll want to brag about what your job. People will be like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" Like you're excited to tell them. There's a sense of pride in this job, and I just feel intuitively that it is a really good fit for you. I think it provides balance to your life. We have the Two of Pentacles. You're resourceful and adaptable and flexible enough to make this work, even if you feel like it's, a little intimidating. It is challenging, and I think that's what's going to bring about inspiration and make you feel really good. That way when you come out the other side of it and you've got a handle on it, you're like, wow, I really did that. Like I proved to myself that something that might be a little intimidating at first was actually worth it, and I'm worthy of this position. um Page of Cups talks about like believing in the impossible. And then I also see that there are going to be people here that lift you up. You may feel betrayed. 10 of Swords. It's being clarified by the Three of Cups and saying that like while you felt betrayed by this other situation, there's people here at this place that are going to lift you up. They're going to make you feel good. That are going to make you feel like you don't have to put so much weight or emphasis or resentment on what has recently happened to you, because these other people are going to make you feel good enough. These other people are going to lift you up and praise you and tell you how good of a job you're doing or how happy they are that you're there. And it's just going to kind of put this other thing out of sight, out of mind. So yeah, I mean, I feel really good about this decision, and I hope that um, I am right in that. I'm not feeling anything negative, is all I'm going to say. I think that it's a great opportunity for you. Again, at the end of the day, you have to make that decision for yourself, but I think it's a good choice. And I think if you don't end up here forever, if it's not a long term position, at least it's building up your reputation, your expertise, your resume. And that way it kind of puts you in other rooms with other people that you might otherwise not be a part of, to build upon that and potentially do even bigger, better, greater things outside of this. Hey SB, yes, I'm glad you're back. We already did the love spread. Just so you know, we did the love spread. Let me think. I probably started it about 15 minutes ago, so if you want to scroll back about 15 minutes, we already did the love spread. I just need to know what your BOGO questions are. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Wow, thank you. This confirms all my hopes. It's exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Oh, great. I'm so happy. You're welcome, Christy. Absolutely. Hope to see you back here again soon. Good luck with everything. Just a reminder for those of you who are waiting, you are more than welcome to skip the line. It's $5 to do so, and you won't have to wait much longer. We put you to the top of the list if you do that. Christy, thanks again for the donation. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as of right now, what am I seeing? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're about a 30-minute wait right now. If I were to guess. All right, so SB, this is the first part of your BOGO. Will I like working as you are nurse? Oh, yes. I'm so happy you got the job. That's so cool. Okay. Congratulations. Jane Moon, you got it. I typically only read out to 3 months, just so you know. But because I feel like even that can change trajectory wise through micro decisions, but in like micro choices. But we'll just do a 6 month, we'll just take a look, it's always good to see, because then you can make some changes if you don't like what you hear. All right, will SB like working as a UR nurse? Wait, SB, is this the job where you get to work from home? Or am I thinking of something different? Hey, Ray. Oh, down the line. Okay, that's right. I remember now. Let's see. So for some reason, I'm hearing the expression like this will require a new set of skill. Like this will require some adjustments. This will be different. This will, I don't know. I do feel like it's a learning curve. Now, I don't feel necessarily like this is going to be like a huge earth shattering. It's going to feel completely different than what you're currently doing, but there is this thing where it's like there is an adjustment period. And I feel like there's people here who want to help you with this. They want to see you succeed. I feel like there's going to be a point of contact where if you need help, you can go to someone specifically that's willing to help you. I feel like people want to see you succeed in this. And I have the Three of Pentacles indicating teamwork. So I feel like you have people that you can rely on that want to support you. And this is going to require this. Okay, so there is training. So there, you're going to need to give yourself grace during this time. Don't get super frustrated. If like you don't get something right away, I have confidence in you that you are very capable, but I also know that we can be our own worst critic. So don't be too hard on yourself if it's like you're not grasping something right away, or if it feels like a lot more that's involved than what you originally thought. Just keep pushing through. I'm hearing stay hydrated, stay well rested. Make sure you're putting your health at the top of the list. Take your multivitamins. Do whatever it is you have to do to make sure you can stay as focused and as alert as possible. Because training can take you down. But Knight of Cups is indicating like offers that you really are happy about, that you accepted this invitation or this offer, and you're feeling really good about it. You feel like you're following your heart. You're very attracted to this position, and you're feeling like too that you're not only following along, but your suggestions or your ideas are being acknowledged and appreciated, and you feel like if you have something to bring to the table, you're taken seriously. If you're like, hey, I noticed that we do this thing this way, what are your thoughts on if we were to do it this way, or have the option to do it not only just this one way but this other way too? And they're like, wow, that's actually very smart, like thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. And they're like considering you, they're considering you're being able to be like more creative or more expressive or something like that. And I don't know if this is immediate, but at some point down the line it feels like you're what you have to say is important, and what you have to say is acknowledged and considered. And I think that you really like that part of the job as well. You feel like you can be open and honest, and people are like, okay, I got you, like I'm gonna pay attention to that, and I'm gonna take it under advisement kind of thing. I see here with the Death card that there's a big transformation that happens within you. And I do feel like we're kind of diving into that second question you're asking as far as like elevation, because we're already seeing that transformation happening here in this reading where you just level up, you level up. We also have the Star. And so this is talking a lot about feeling recognized, feeling happy and content, feeling positive, feeling like this was the right decision for you, and that there's a lot of promise here. There's a lot of room for multiple different options or opportunities. That when you think of like a situation or a position or a person or a relationship having promise, it means like there's so much potential, anything is possible. And I feel like you just feel this like new sense of hope all of a sudden. So I think you'll like it. I really do. I think it will be a change. But I think overall you're like, yes, intuitively I feel like this is working me towards what my ultimate desire is. J Moon, I have your question, and also who else do I have? Ray, I got your donation. And Zazu. So Zazu, the donation that you sent, I just want to be clear, was enough for one of your questions to be answered. Zazu, you donated enough for one yes no question. Let me just double check it and make sure that I'm not missing something. Yeah, okay. So Zazu, you donate enough for one yes no question. If you want the second question to be answered, you have to donate 8 more. Paula, it looks like for you we did Paula. One in depth, and I have your question. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So second half of BOGO for SB, and then we are moving on to J Moon after that. Okay, Zazu, you got it. I can do that for you. While taking this position and getting my CCM cert elevate me as a nurse in the future, it's a mix between clinical and administrative. All right. Wow, you have the Knight of Cups again. And I shuffled quite a bit. Taking this position and getting the CCM elevate. Oh my God, SB. Okay, so whenever I see the Four of Cups, I think leveling up or I think taking things to the next level. And you have the Four of Cups. So your specific question about like, will it elevate me? And it's like, yes, the one card that I have that talks about elevating something came through. So I do feel like that's a yes. And that looks really good to me. Let's see. Well, taking this position, elevate her as a nurse in the future. We have the Eight of Pentacles as well. So this indicates craftsmanship, quality, mastering. So yeah, I feel like this is really good. The Eight of Pentacles talks a lot about working on something with pride, really putting your all into something so that you can have a quality result. So you can have something at the end of the day that you can be really proud of. And I love that. I think that's really a really beautiful sentiment. SB, okay, that sounds good. I'll have to put you back into rotation. I hope that's okay. If you can't wait, you can donate to skip the line. It's $5 to do that, but if you're okay with waiting, that works for me too. My God, both of my cats just took a shit, like at the same exact time. They both took a shit, and it stinks so bad in my house. And I'm trying to like focus on this reading, and all I can think of is I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Let's see, because I've got some other messages here for you, SB. So let me just take a look. So SB, a message I'm getting is like, you feel it. They're saying you know it, SB. You feel it in you. You've been feeling like this shift and in your career, and it's almost like you cracked open like this box of light or something where anything feels possible. They're saying that you are following your heart by making this decision. And I almost feel like they're saying, like, you wanted to ask this question because not so much to give you an answer, but more to give you confirmation on what you already know. Ray, I did get your donation. Yes, I'm going to have to add you to the list momentarily because I'm in the middle of a reading, but I'll add you, okay, to the list. So SB, it's more like you know what you need to do. You know, you're following your heart. You like almost have this call to action within you, and you're like, yes, but I need that confirmation. Like, this is what I feel is right, but I just want to know for sure, you know? I feel like you are being supported. We have the Three of Cups that's saying you're getting that spiritual support. You're getting that gentle nudging, if you will, of like, this is what you need to be doing, and we want you to feel at peace with this decision. I also see with the Queen of Pentacles, like that boss mom mentality, like, I'm working, but I'm also handling my shit at home. I'm being a great parent. You're like, done, and done. I'm getting it. I'm getting it all. I'm getting everything. I'm doing it all, and I'm feeling successful. That all areas of my life feel balanced, and I don't feel like I'm neglecting anything or neglecting any person or any area of my life. And I also see with the Seven of Pentacles that this is a great opportunity, a great investment. That's something that you should dig your heels into without question. All right, SB, just so you know, I got both donations, as you said, with both questions. So we're good there. Let me update the donation list so everyone knows where they are. And I desperately need to get something to drink because I've been talking for 2 hours and I haven't had anything to drink, and I'm very, very thirsty. All right, let's see. All right, J Moon, Paula, Zazu, and then Ray. And then SB again. All right, so I went ahead and updated the list just so everyone knows where they are. If you pay to skip, please let me know in the chat because I want to make sure that I don't make you wait any longer. If you paid to skip, it's $5 to skip the line. All right, so next up we have J Moon. J Moon, if you're here, feel free to check in with me. I'm gonna grab a drink just really quickly. Give me a second here. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience. I was like, I have got to wet this whistle. All right, so this is for J Moon. And I don't think J Moon is here because I asked her to check in and I don't see her. Wait. We got a problem here. I actually need to reach back out to J Moon because it looks like she donated for a yes/no question, and her question is not a yes/no question. So let me reach out to her. She can either add to her order, or she will have to change her question. We're going to have to come back to her. Okay, so Paula, you are next. Paula, if you want to post your question, you can. Hey, Paula, go ahead and post. All right, this is for Paula. We are still at about a 30-minute wait for everyone's reading. So if you are wanting to not wait that long, you can skip the line for $5. Just let me know in the chat if you decide to skip the line. All right, so Paula has been getting readings about a King of Cups that wants to heal the connection. Who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person? Yeah, there's definitely a King of Cups here that wants to heal with you because I specifically have the Four of Cups, and this talks about healing, providing sanctuary and healing to your connection, wanting to be your peace, wanting to take away some of your stress. Okay, so this could be, Paula, I'm just going to tell you all the messages I'm getting. Okay, wow. If peanut butter and jelly has like any meaning to you, let me know. But I just got like this like message of peanut butter and jelly. But I'm also getting this person that is the King of Cups might have a history of health conditions. some of which may have required hospitalization um, or like treatment, so like a treatment center. So if any of these people that you know may have had like a medical issue, that might narrow things down. But I'm just letting you know as like the details are coming in, I'm just gonna tell you because I just feel it's important for you to know. Now, if you don't know of anybody that's matching the description as far as like the health issues, that is okay. This person comes back around, they might tell you, over the last couple of years I've had health issues, and then it's going to make sense to you. But I'm specifically getting like this person has been having some issues with their health that has required treatment. I feel like they're doing better now. I see with the Six of Wands, they're doing better now. They're winning. They're being victorious over this issue. They also could be someone in the public eye or spotlight. So like this is the equivalent of someone who's famous or like a celebrity, but because that probably isn't going to resonate for you, this could just be someone who's very well known in their town, or they could live in a very small town and everyone knows each other. They could have a lot of friends, or a lot of their friends think very highly of them. There's like this sense of recognition and community. So like for example, they could be, I'm trying to think of different explanations of this. They could be a musician. They could do a lot of shows. They could put on a lot of concerts and sing. They could be very talented, like they're an artist of some sort, musician, actor. Maybe they were very popular. Maybe they're just very popular with the people that are in their life, or they carry around this like energy of importance. Like they're like, I'm very important. Like people know of me, people know about me. I network. Maybe they're really good salesmen. They're like, I network and I get invited to a lot of things, and everybody knows me, and I'm very popular. Now, the Five of Pentacles also indicates that they may not be very good with money. They may not be the best with their finances or very good at managing money. And they potentially are trying to change this. They could have also grown up in a very deprived childhood, where they didn't have everything that they should have had. That they probably were raised potentially low income. So if you know someone whose childhood might not have been the best. And now again, Paula, this could be someone brand new. I'm just going to throw that out there. That doesn't necessarily mean this is someone of the past. And when it says that they want to heal the connection with you, it could mean that they're wanting to help heal you from the experiences that you've had, to create a very impenetrable connection. So if like these qualities aren't making sense to you, just keep in mind too, this could be someone new. But I feel like they learned a lot from not having everything or not having money. They have very like limited means. And maybe that is what drives them to have more success in their adulthood. Maybe they're very driven by money because they don't ever want to be put in that position where they can't afford things. So they are very strong-willed. As far as earning, I have the Chariot here. Victory again is coming through, is very important for this person. They're very driven, they're very ambitious. And I think they're very devoted to the idea of finding their life partner, finding the person that they're going to marry. They're very focused on that, very driven, to find you, to find their life partner. I keep hearing the word devoted, very devoted. So these are some qualities about this person that I'm picking up. And I think, honestly, I think that might be all the details I can get right now. They could potentially be very spiritual, or grew up in a religious upbringing. I'm specifically hearing Catholic, Paula. And I don't know why I'm getting this image, but I feel like they were the only son. So they might have like siblings, but they're sisters. Or they might be the only child, or like the baby of the family. So if you know someone who is like the only child, the only son, and had a lot of sisters, or a sister, or like the youngest of the family, there's like this level of like feeling like the prince, like he was the prince of the family. He was like the only boy, or the only child, or the baby of the family. There's like this level of like doting on him that I'm picking up too. Thank you, Paula. Okay, it doesn't look like, you're welcome. It doesn't look like J Moon has gotten back to me, so we're gonna move on to Zazu. Zazu donated for a yes/no question, so this is for Zazu. Zazu, thank you for checking in with me. I'm shuffling for you now. All right, did M ever feel the same way that Zazu felt about him? Did M ever feel the same way about Zazu that Zazu felt about him? Please show me a yes or no. Yes or no. Hey, J Moon, I'll get you next, okay? All right, so Zazu, I am getting a no. I have the Tower coming out first. We also have the Devil. We also have the Death card. I don't think it was the same, no. I don't think it was with the same intensity that you fell for him. The Fool here indicates to me that, you know, he was a little immature, a little naive, And the Fool also is like very self motivated, for like, it's the nicest way I can say it. A meaner way would say selfish. I would say self-centered. The Fool is here like just to explore. I want to do this, and I have wanderlust, and I want to like sow my wild oats, and I want to get out there and have fun and just follow what I want to do and follow my urges. And this person doesn't want any baggage, doesn't want to be tied down, doesn't want any strings attached to them. So I feel like the mindset that M had when it came to you was just not the same. It wasn't as emotionally invested, it wasn't as intense. That's not to say this person didn't care about you, but I feel like you guys just weren't on the same level. No, I'm not getting that. So Zazu, that is what I have for you. I hope that brought you some clarity. All right, I have updated the list. If you want to skip the line, you can pay to skip for $5. Let me know in the chat if you decide to do this. You're welcome, Zazu. All right, we are shuffling for J Moon now. I would say there's about a 20 to 25 minute wait for anyone that is waiting their turn. Not waiting your turn, coming in after those that are on the list. So anyone new is about a 20-25 minute wait. Everyone else that's waiting for their turn should start before 20-25 minutes, okay? All right. All right, J Moon. All right, let's do 6 months for J Moon. 6 months for J Moon. Okay. Career for J Moon, please. Career. Next 6 months. All right, there's something about month 3 J Moon, which would be March, so April, May, June, mid-June, late June, something like that, about you needing to pay attention to your finances. Maybe don't splurge, don't spend a lot of extra money, because there might be some unexpected bills, or maybe that'll just be a good month because you will have extra money to save, to tuck away. I'm just seeing like 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, indicating like hold on to your money, don't spend it. And this feels like June, mid, more specifically mid to late June, but June. So that's jumping out at me. I just want to throw that out there. As far as like career, either you could be coming into a lot of extra money and that's just a really good month to save, or maybe if you're splurging too much, you won't be prepared for anything extra or unexpected. So like, for example, if you live in the States, there might be like personal property taxes that need to come out at that time. Like in the state that I live in, for example, personal property comes out in June. So if you're in the United States or something like that, there could be like some unexpected thing, something happening, with your vehicle, or something happening where maybe electricity is just a little too high, or electric bill's too high that month, or something like that. There could be like unexpected expenses, but essentially I'm just being told like save. Even like starting now, saving between now and June would be like really good for you right now, to kind of just tuck some of your money away, and put aside as much as you can, or start like paying off some bigger debts or things like that over the next 3 months. I see you being okay this month. 9 of Cups here talks about like, 9 of Cups actually means fulfillment. So it doesn't necessarily feel like you're going to be without between now and like April, mid-April. Maybe you could. I think there's an energy here of you potentially landing a dream job within the next month, or you just, if you have a current job now, you just feel very like stable and secure in this job over the next month or so, even if it's not your dream job. I don't see you have like a lot of big threats over the next couple of weeks necessarily. Why is the Page of Swords here? If you're waiting to hear back from something between April and May, if you're waiting to hear back like on a job, it could be delayed. The news could be delayed. Like they could tell you, oh, we'll get back to you in a week, and then a week goes by, so you reach out to them and you're like, hey, you said I'd hear back in a week, I haven't heard anything. Like, oh yeah, sorry, the interview process has been delayed even further, it'll probably be another week before you hear from us again. Something like that. There could be some delays, or not getting information back as quickly as you would want. There could also be delays on your end as well, because let's just say you're applying for a job and maybe multiple offers come through to you, and then you're like, now you are the one delaying the process because you have a big decision to make. So just to kind of reiterate, over the next couple of months, save as much as you can, don't splurge, tuck as much away as you can, or start paying off some debt if you have any. Take some time to rest this month, and know that not really too much is going to change between now and mid to late April. And then from like April to May, there could be something going on with your career that's causing some sort of delay, maybe a delay in promotion, or a delay in some type of opportunity. And then in May to June, we're like, let's really make sure that if we haven't already, we're not overdoing it, we're saving as much money as we possibly can. Let's see, June, July, we have success, we have achievement, I feel a lot of change for you between June and July. You're paying a lot more attention to your physical and emotional health and well-being. I think something's coming to an end between June and July. of Swords. Now keep in mind too, you can accelerate this trajectory too. So again, this is just a very blanketed forecast, but you can speed this up or you could delay it even further. But if you don't do anything different than you're doing now, this is kind of what I'm seeing. I think because something is coming to an end between June and July, there's like this feeling in July to August of like worry or nervousness. Maybe because you're embarking on something new or starting something new around that time. The advice here is to not focus too much on the past, be very present. And if you're feeling anxiety, it could just be because you're living too much in the future. So just try to be very mindful, very present. I'm getting in between this month and next, and specifically June and July, make sure that you are resting as much as possible, because there's like this change here from June, July-ish that's causing like some nervousness around August. Like I'm getting like July, August, I'm feeling anxiety, I'm feeling worry, I'm like really worried about like the future or future plans. You said I'm supposed to maybe start a new job in September. Do the cards speak to that at all? I'm about to be on September now, and I have 2 of Wands. Okay, so 2 of Wands talks about 2 paths and decisions, options. Should I stay? Should I go? Waiting in anticipation, feeling restless, wanting to embark on something new. So yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like September there could be some of that. I've got to say, J Moon, I don't know if this is like set in stone. I don't know that, but I am feeling like there's this deliberation that you have where you just really want to follow something new. You want to have this new inspiration in your life, but you're very worried, it seems, between mid-August to mid-September. It seems like there's a lot of nervous energy that I'm seeing. But again, I'm probably picking up on that just because you are starting something new. Maybe this opportunity does come to you and you're very much living in the future going, oh my God, like, when you start something new. Yeah, I don't know if I will go yet, if I should stay or go. A J Moon 100%. That's exactly what I'm getting. I feel like you're looking for inspiration, you're looking for a challenge, you're looking for something different, Ace of Wands, but I don't think that decision's been made yet. So I'm glad that that is resonating. So, J Moon, to conclude, I feel like it's in your hands. I feel like ultimately it's your decision. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like progression in your career. It does. And if I'm going to go with my gut on what I think you're going to do, I do think you're going to take this new opportunity, because there's like this drive behind like wanting to be inspired, wanting a challenge. Things are evolving. Let's just put it that way. Even though things aren't set in stone, it does feel like things are evolving. I think there's going to be some growing pains, I think, between we'll say the end of next month and maybe like August. So like May, June, July, a little bit of August. I think there's some growing pains there because I think that you're starting to come to terms with, the unknown. You're starting to have to get uncomfortable. But there is evolvement that happens there. For you. So I don't think that things are staying the same. And I think maybe potentially the reason why I'm like, oh, so, put some money aside if you can, or don't spend anything extra. It could be because you go a couple, there's like maybe like a gap in your employment that happens in August. Um, or it could be like, I'm not really sure, like, what my finances are going to look like. So maybe you want a little extra cushion or something. Ray, hey, you can post your question. But yeah, I mean, overall, it does feel like things are progressing forward. I'm feeling a lot of uncertainty right now in your reading. But that's not like that. I feel like that's from you. I'm picking up uncertainty from you and what decisions you're going to make. I mean, I guess I don't know if my current is stable. Do the cards suggest my current is not stable? I would agree with that. I would say between this month and next month, like over the next month, starting today, I'm getting stability, but after that, it doesn't look very stable. I'm getting like before April is over, J Moon, things start to become a little bit more unstable or uncertain. I think over the next month you're okay, 9 of Cups. But I think that there's a lot of instability that starts to come about because you're starting to think like, okay, if I do start this job in September, what do I need to do? What do I need to plan for? When am I going to be leaving this job? If I do decide to take that in September, like, does that mean that I have to cancel plans that I've made over the summer? Can I still do those things? And then there's like a lot of questions that get brought into the mix. I think almost like when May hits, it like everything starts to feel like everything's going to be happening very quickly for you. Yeah, I wasn't picking up on anything like that. Okay, so Ray, let's see. Okay, so Ray, I just want to let you know that a couple weeks ago I did have a price change on all of my readings. So I know before you could do $5 mini readings, they're not $5 minis anymore. Guess Terry, they're still open. They're still open. So before you could do like $10 and then do like a $5 mini and then extend the reading into an in-depth if you wanted to. That's not the case anymore. Mini readings start at $8 now. And then if an in-depth would be 13. So if you basically with what you donated, I could do like 2 yes no questions for you, or I could do a mini reading for you. But in order to make an in-depth out of it, you'd have to add more to your donation. So I don't know if you saw that, but the price change happened a couple weeks back. Because I saw that you said start with 5. Okay. So let's do a mini reading. And just if you want, I can just add a couple extra cards to it just for this one time. Hey, Terry, thank you. You're welcome, J Moon. You're so welcome. So Terry, you're gonna be after SB. If you scroll up in the chat a little bit ago, I posted the order of donations. So there's like 2 people ahead of you. And I would say it's about a 15-20 minute wait. You're more than welcome to pay to skip the line if you want. It's $5 to do that. But if you want to hang around, that's cool too. And if you want, you can also leave your question with me if you don't think you're going to be here. So, Ray, when you say that you know you're no longer supposed to be at your current job, is that like intuitively you feel like you've grown out of this position and you're feeling this like nudging to get out, I need to get out, I need to leave here, like I've hit my ceiling with this job, like I know I'm not supposed to be here anymore? Or is there someone pushing you out of this current job? I'm just curious what you mean by you know that you're no longer supposed to be there. Is it just like an inner knowing? It's just always a mess, very toxic. Okay. Oh, I told you. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, what's next in the career, please? What's next in the career? What's next in the career for Ray, please? Ray, what do you do now? What are you currently doing? Holy crap. Ray, I literally was about to say you're supposed to be a teacher because I have the teacher card here. It says you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. And that is really crazy. So my thought process is that you either need to level up that teaching, either like what would be taking teaching to the next level? Becoming a principal, or instructing other people on how to be a teacher, like a professor at a college, or if you currently teach, like, let's just say elementary school, maybe moving to like a middle school or a high school. But I still think teaching is a part of your sole purpose. I really do. You could even like start your own school, like, you know what I'm saying? A specialist teacher knows how to use it. Okay, so yeah, I'm like, you could be a teacher of the teachers, like, but teaching is still here for you. So I don't think it's a huge shift actually in your career. I think it's just where you are now is not working anymore. It says that you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write and the way that you instruct. Let's see. Okay, so it says you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books, and you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. So I do feel like books will always have validity. I feel like books is like a timeless instructional piece, but I do feel like because we're moving into the Aquarian age where we're doing things more like virtually or creating online instructional videos. I do feel like I'm looking at the word books kind of loosely because I feel like you're either going to be doing like hands-on, very like live approach to teaching, or even creating videos for people that they can watch that provides instruction and that can be duplicated over and over and over again. It's too much to start a school. You don't want to be an administrator. Okay. I was just throwing out examples to basically show that there is evolvement in this teaching, but Spirit is saying don't stop teaching. Like, you're still supposed to be a teacher to some aspect. To some degree. So I wanted to just be very clear that however that looks for you, whatever feels right to you, that teaching still needs to be at the heart of it because that is what you're good at and that's what you're here for. I feel like I don't know. I keep getting like books. I keep seeing books, hearing books. Maybe you write a book at some point, like an instructional book. But I'm getting to as well is that because you're wanting to utilize technology to improve instruction, you're not going to use like a book to do that. You're going to utilize technology to demonstrate because that is what you're trying to promote here. So that actually makes more sense. But you never know. Down the line, you might feel inspired. You might feel inspired to write a book, publish a book that has to do with teaching and putting all of your little tips and tricks into one place to come back to, like a touchstone to come back to, and maybe provide another source of income for you, perhaps. But I'm specifically hearing do not deviate from teaching. This is something you're supposed to be doing. Maybe what you're currently doing at your current place of employment isn't necessarily the best, but don't walk away from teaching. Ray, I did. Yeah, I went ahead and just pulled 10 cards because for my minis I pull 5. So I just went ahead and pulled 10 just to kind of round it off. We could convert that to maybe not a book, but like a instructional video, maybe. I'm trying to think more Aquarian age, more progressive, more modern, because these cards were created. I mean, this deck that I'm using specifically, I think was created like early 2000s. So a lot of times I have to try to translate the meaning to how it would apply now. That's what tarot is, you know? Like, if I get a message, I have to think, like, how would it apply now? Right? We don't have knights anymore, but there's Knight of Swords and Knight of Cups. We don't have kings and queens in this country. So what does that mean? You know, I have to translate it because tarot is like this timeless thing and you have to apply it to modern day. So don't take anything that I say quite literally, but just know that these are some themes that I'm seeing for you. But I definitely can understand that, Ray, because I also am a cosmetologist and I was like you're like, I don't want to be in the classroom anymore. I didn't want to be in the salon anymore. I was like, I'll go and do wedding hair and makeup. I'll go work on a set on a movie or television show. I will like there was just so many other options for me that I was like, you know, I want to take what I have, my degree, my certification, I want to take that and apply it somewhere else, but I can't be in a salon anymore. And so I understand what you're saying where you're like, I want to do something different. I want to change. I don't want to be in a classroom anymore. And so like I resonate with you on that. Hey Rising, thank you for the donation. But I think as long as teaching, Ray, I think the main focus here is as long as teaching is at the heart of what you decide to do, I think you're still on the right path. Hey James. Oh, you donated again? All right, let me see. All right, let me update my list really quickly, guys. Just bear with me for a minute. Give me a quick 5 minutes, please. Just a quick. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to like get everything situated because we had a couple more donations come in, and I hadn't had a chance to update the list or anything like that. So on the screen, you should see the order of the donations that I have, and I'm thinking it's like a 25-30 minute wait. For anyone new that comes in that wants to donate, I should be able to get to everyone that's on the list within 30 minutes, I would say. And I probably will be doing like a final last call here soon because it's already been 3 hours that I've been here. But I don't want to like slow the momentum if people want to keep getting readings. So we'll just see how it goes. But everyone that is waiting, I should hopefully get to you within the next 30 minutes, or at least get started on your reading within the next 30 minutes. However, if you want to skip the line, you can do that. It's $5. Just make sure that you let me know and I'll move you to the top of the list, okay? If you are heading out and don't think you'll be around for your reading, leave your question with me. I have SB and James's questions right now. Those are the only two that I have. And also, if you're heading out or haven't had the chance to yet, please make sure you like the live stream for me. Okay, this is for SB. Rising, I just saw. Thank you. Let me bump you up. Hold on.
Cool. The sun is so kind of red in my eye.
All right, Rising, since I already got started on SB, I'll have to put you after her, but I did move you to the top of the list, okay? So the first thing that I'm getting is like a lot of support, SB, in regards to this new environment for you. Um, I feel like you're going to be recognized. You're going to feel like people actually care to see you succeed. Not, I don't know, maybe before there was an environment of like feeling a lot of competition or feeling like everyone is in it for themselves, to like stand out and be the best, be the favorite. And I feel like this new environment that you're going to be in is feeling more supportive, more inclusive, more um, just like you feel recognized. You know, you're praised for when you do a good job. Your people are telling you that you're doing well, and you actually get to hear that. People were competing with you. Wow. Okay. Okay. So I feel like it's just you're gonna get out of it what you put into it, and if you're doing a really good job, they're gonna tell you you're doing a good job. If you're gonna do a bad job, they're gonna tell you you're gonna do a bad job. But no, I'm not saying that like that's what's gonna happen. I'm just kind of cracking a joke. But yeah, I feel like they're like, you're what you get out of it is what you're gonna put into it, and vice versa. I see Six of Pentacles talking about like equal effort, equal energy. So I don't feel like they're going to ask you to do something that is unfair of them to ask you. They're not going to put more pressure or responsibility on you opposed to someone else. If the other person has the same job title that you have, the workload will be split evenly. So it feels like there's a lot more consideration for what's fair. I don't know why I'm getting like justice energy in this reading, although I don't have the justice card. I think you're very happy to take this step. I'm also seeing like being at peace. Like there's this feeling of just I'm at peace here. I'm zen. I feel like the people that I'm working with, we have the same intentions. We may, you might feel too going into it that there might be people that feel very alike to you and then that you identify with in some way. Maybe this transcends past just a working relationship into friendship. Um, let's see. I just, compatibility, uh, temperance here again. We're just getting a lot of peace and success. And I feel like a lot of validation. I also feel like it's funny because okay, this is the metaphor that I feel spirit is giving to me. Um Now, I want you to take this with a grain of salt because I don't mean this necessarily literally, but I'm just like trying to paint a picture for you here. So, like okay, we're gonna say hippie, okay? Like if you have a hippie mom and dad, and then the kids are like all peace and love and of the earth, and they probably call their parents by their first name, not like Mr., Mrs. And there's like this level of like equality, like you are my child, I'm here to nurture you, but you are your own person, and I respect who you are, and there's no need for superiority. Like even though I'm in a position of authority or a position of power, we're all the same. We're all inclusive, and like that's what I feel is going to happen here with people who are above you or people who are in places of power or authority. They're going to say like we're all the same. No one is above anyone else here, we're all equal. It's giving very like millennial boss, like we as millennials, if SB, if you're a millennial, you probably grew up with like boomers being your management, and everything's got to be nitpicked in a certain way, and like we're coming up with like millennials being like, no, let's heal that expectation of like the separation between manager and boss and employee. Like no, like we're all the same. Yes, I'm here to guide, I'm here to lead, but I'm not going to sit here and make you feel like you're less than me. And that's kind of like the camaraderie, that's the vibe that I'm picking up. It's just a very inclusive feeling of an environment, and that's pretty cool. Everyone seems to be nice. I see. Seems like you like it. Seems like you enjoy it. He said, wow, people were competing with me, including a work friend. I had to constantly remind her to chill out. Oh my God. Yeah, you won't have to work with that person directly anymore, right? You are a millennial. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like us as millennials, especially in places of power or authority, we're here to heal the workplace. Like there's a lot of toxicity that happens, and I feel like a lot of times when you had like a boomer or like Gen Y, Gen X authority, um, it almost felt like they were like, I need you to know that we're not the same. I need you to know that I'm your authority figure and you're going to do what I say. Very micromanagey, very like, you work for me. And if you do not oblige, if you do not obey, then you will be fired. And it was just very much like a power trip, like there's like that dynamic, that power struggle. And I feel like millennials as management are closing that gap. They're saying, hey, I know you're traumatized about maybe previous places you worked where that was that dynamic, but here I am to tell you we are the same. I'm here to lead and guide you. I'm here to provide support, but I'm not here to be your boss or boss you around. I'm trying to empower you and encourage you that you can do your job and that you are capable and you don't need me. And preferably, I don't want you to need me. And I want to heal that ability for you to say, if you have a problem with something, you feel comfortable coming to me and telling me. And I feel like millennial bosses are going to change the game. Oh, okay, SB. Okay, you got it. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But I think that we're changing things slowly but surely. So we are shuffling for your Joel question now. Wow. Okay. SB, so this is showing good match. Good match. You have the Queen of Wands. He's showing up as the Queen or the King of Wands. So this is showing his feelings that you guys are very compatible for one another. I do have to say there's like a hint. I mean, I don't know like what the modern day word is for this, if like Gen Z's come up with something new, but like fuckboy energy. I'm getting like a sprinkle of that, if you will. But I do see him here going, I was a knight, but now I'm a king. I'm trying to change that part of my personality. So I feel like he's saying, like, I've done that, been there, done that, sowed my wild oats. I want to try something different. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm more inclined to be serious in a romantic connection, be more serious. But he still kind of has that energy around him a little bit. Let's see. But he is saying that you guys are a really good match, and he's trying to do better. He's trying to be better, do better, show up as a better person. So I feel like there has been some growing up, some maturity that has transpired within this person. He's starting to feel a bit attached to you. I know you said it's a new development with this person, but I feel like he's starting to feel attached to you. I have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles a lot of times is like, I don't want to let go of this person. Like I want to keep talking to this person. So I feel like he's saying like he wants to continue this. It could also indicate that he's more on this conservative side. So it might, I don't know. I don't think he's like the type to word vomit all over the place. I don't think he's like, I don't know. He might be good at communication, but I think Four of Pentacles is like more reserved. So they're not necessarily showing all their cards right off the bat. Let's see. You know, overall, SB, I don't think he's ready for you. I don't. I feel like he wants to be. I feel like he's trying really hard, but I feel like you're miles ahead of him. And I feel like he needs to experiment with someone else that's not you. I think if he wants to be serious with someone and he wants to kind of come out of that F-boy energy, yeah, SB, that's fine. You can do that. That if he wants to come out of that F-boy energy, I think that he needs to try it on someone his own size. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're not here to play games. You're not here to try to fix someone or be, you know, something to experiment on. And I think that while I can see him wanting to change and wanting to be better, and maybe you're inspiring him to do that, I just don't think that you need to be the guinea pig. That's like what I'm picking up. I think he needs to try to figure that out himself or with someone else and not necessarily involve you in this transformation process. Because you are just miles ahead of him. And it's just while your personalities might go well together, you might have a good vibe, a good jive together. And he thinks you guys are a good match. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a better match for you elsewhere. And I don't know, like he's perceiving you guys to be a good match and be compatible. But what do you think? Yeah. But yes, you can donate for a mini reading if you want, SB. If you want to, and I'll just tack it on to the end of this reading. And then after that, then I'm gonna move on to Rising Storm. SB, did you decide on a mini or not? I just want to check with you before I move on. Oh, I see. Ignore that last message from me. Okay, so this is for SB. SB. How would they treat you? Okay, let's take a look here. How would they treat you? SB. How would they treat you in a relationship? How would they treat you in a relationship? How would they treat you in a relationship? Right? Right? Oh no, I got it. No worries. I got it. Yeah, it's been Mercury retrograde. I believe it started already. And it's not surprising. Mercury retrograde 2024. Well, it says it arrives April 1. So maybe we're having some pre-effects right now. But we've been having a lot of connection issues, so no worries. All right. How would he treat her in a relationship? How would he treat her in a relationship? You know, I feel like he would really try. I feel like he would really give it his all. I think that he has something to prove. I feel like he feels like he owes it to himself to prove that he can be a man in a committed relationship. Yeah, sometimes people don't grow up though, you know. One of my really close friends, like I would probably consider her my best friend. She was also she's a little younger than me. She was in a really like in a fling-ish type thing with this guy. He's also 40. And he just like did not. He wasn't here for commitment. And she was like, you know, you're older than me. I think some people just don't mentally grow up. And I was listening to this podcast the other day, and they were talking about how like, you know, we age and we start to feel our age physically, but like mentally we're still young. Mentally we still have the same drive and ambitions and desires, and it's like, yeah, we're changing physically. You can see that we're aging, but as we get older, our brain learns lessons and we grow wiser, but we're still who we are, you know? Like nobody ever feels their age. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like even though he's 40, he could still think like he's, oh, I'm 24. Like I don't need to be attached to anyone because mentally that's where he is, right? But I do feel like he has something to prove. I feel like he's wanting really badly to prove to himself that he can be a committed man, he could be someone reliable. And I feel like in a relationship, he'd want to show you that he can be your peace, he can be your sanctuary, that he'll compliment you and celebrate you and shower you in your love language, and that he would be devoted to you and dedicated to you, and he wouldn't cheat on you. And you know, he would want to make your life easier. He'd want to make you cared for. He'd want to make you feel special. The problem is that you don't know how long that would last. That could last forever, or that could last for a couple of months or a couple of years before he's like, is this what I want? Am I being fulfilled? Because here's the thing, I think that he wants to show someone else that he's capable. He, like I said, he has something to prove. He wants to show himself that he can be those things for someone else. But meanwhile, internally, is he getting fulfillment? Is he feeling fulfilled, or is he only just trying to prove himself? And then it's like, if he's not getting fulfillment, that could end up in you having a broken heart, because you're like, he's doing all these things for me. He's so sweet. He's so faithful. Like, he's really proving himself. But meanwhile, he is feeling unfulfilled. He's feeling like he's living for someone else. He feels like he's giving everything to someone else because he doesn't have the experience to know what it's like to be in a balanced, mature, committed relationship. So he might drain himself and energetically drain himself because he's too worried about being exactly what you need and proving to himself that he can do this thing, that he might be neglecting his own desires and his own needs and his own wants. And that's why I feel like we fall back into that experimental phase where it's like, do you really want to be that person that he's having this experience with while he's trying to figure himself out? Do you really like want to put yourself out there to potentially develop feelings for someone, and things could eventually fall apart because he realized that in the end this isn't what he wanted and it was all about an experiment? It's just like, it's, to me, that feels too unstable. I would want someone who knows what they want going into it. I wouldn't want them to question me, question being with me. I would want them to do things not because they were trying to prove something to themselves, but that because it's what they wanted to do. And I think that's where my concern grows with this person, because feelings are complex. Human beings are complex. And I would want to make sure that you were protecting yourself in that kind of situation, and that you weren't going to eventually fall for this person that they were trying to be. You want to fall for someone for who they are, not who they're trying to be or who they're trying to prove that they are, because then that's going to just fall apart. Right. So my best advice, SB, is to let this person date around. Let this person get into a relationship with someone else. Because it almost feels like a rebound for his growth or his maturity. It almost feels like the next person he gets into a relationship with is like a rebound for his fuckboy days, like I feel like he would be rebounding to try to prove himself in that relationship. They always say rebounds are doomed to fail, because it's like you're trying to heal from something, and I feel like he's trying to heal from his past of instability and commitment and commitment issues and commitment phobia. And so the person that he enters into a committed relationship will technically be a rebound from that he's trying to heal from. Might not necessarily be the person he actually wants to be with. So my advice would be, let him date someone else. Let him get into a relationship with someone else. Let him date that person. Let him understand himself better through someone else's experience. And if in a year from now he becomes single again, and you're still single, or you become single again and you guys want to try it again, then I think that's great. He has that experience now under his belt, and you'll no longer be that healing rebound. But I don't think you should put yourself in a position to potentially get hurt, because he's trying to figure out who he is. Okay. So we're about to do Rising Storm now. And we're about 15-20 minute waits. We'll probably be doing a last call soon. All right, this is for Rising. She's doing an in-depth one question. All right, we're looking for an update here, please. What is he feeling? What is he feeling? What is he feeling? What is he feeling? So the first thing I'm hearing is self-analysis or self-analyzation. Like, I feel like he's really taking inventory of himself, and he's really digging deep and saying, like, who am I? What am I doing? What do I want? What do I need forgiveness for? What do I feel guilty about? What do I feel shameful about? What do I need what is it, repentance or penance from? You know, I feel like there's like this level of him trying to understand like who he is, and what he wants and what he's sad about, remorseful about, apologetic about. And I feel like there's just like this level of self-scanning, trying to figure out like, where did I go wrong? What is my life? Who am I? And judging himself for who he is, what he's done, what he hasn't done. Sorry, my voice is so weird today. The Hermit is here also, so it's like a level of introspection, and I feel like he's kind of like punishing himself mentally too right now. He's trying to find understanding, deeper truth. Okay, so we have that we have commit and admit. Um, commit and admit. Uh, I'm looking at admit like two different ways. I'm looking at it as admitting like where he's fallen short, admitting his shortcomings. But I'm also seeing like admit one, like where you get a ticket for a movie or something where you're letting something in. And I feel like there's kind of like this feeling of like allowing this infiltration of it's almost like do you know like when a dam breaks and all of a sudden like water comes flooding in and it causes floods, it can like drown things out, and I feel like he's kind of hit this point where he's just allowing the floodgates to open and he's feeling everything all at once. And I feel like there's a lot of regret that he attaches to you. I feel like it's almost like he's saying, if I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have allowed such frivolous, tedious, what is the word I'm trying to look for? He wouldn't have let just little things come in between the connection, I feel like he put too much importance on things that didn't matter and didn't put enough on what did. And I feel like when it came to you, at times he was just very flippant. Like he should have taken your connection more seriously. And I feel like he is now realizing like, wow, like I took for granted that she was, in this proximity to me or this available to me. I took advantage of the time that I actually didn't have. Like I thought that I had all this time to form a connection and a bond, and little did I know that, you know, those days were numbered. Time was running out, and I just was too naive to realize that. And I just feel like he's regretting a lot of his actions. There's like pain here. We've got Three of Swords as well, which is like serious disappointment. I mean, he's really disappointed in himself. And I don't think that it has just to do with you, because even though we're doing a reading specifically with you, okay, Terry, that sounds good and also fun. How cute. I feel like he also just feels disappointment in himself with all areas of his life. I think that I think he has reached a little bit of enlightenment and he's just like, what have I done? What have I done? I feel like if he could do it all over again, it would have been completely different. And I feel like when it comes to you, there is this magnetism, and it's still there. And I don't know if he knows. Terry, I have your question. Thank you. I don't know if he knows if he has really screwed it up. I think that he thinks that he has. I think that he doesn't know where you stand. I do find, because I have words like irresistible, pretty, attraction. So I'm really feeling that polarity, that like pull, that even after everything is said and done. Terry, thank you so much, lady. I am just so happy to see you. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. Sorry it's taking a little longer than expected. But I feel like this pull towards you, rising, this like magnetic thing between you guys, and that despite things that have transpired, it's like, but if he gave me a chance, but if he acted, like made some type of like action towards me, um I would consider things, or like he's saying like, if she still thinks that there's a chance, if I knew for a fact there would be a chance, like I would try, um I feel like despite everything that's gone down and like you constantly getting, oh, he's not interested, he's not interested, he's not interested, and like this confusion there. And then, you're like, I'm not interested, I'm not interested, I'm not interested. And he's got that confusion there. But like deep, deep down, I think you both are like, is it over? Or is there something here? Could we was there a forgotten seed that was planted a while ago that still can bring us some type of harvest or some type of fruit? Like all of this was damaged. I'm seeing like a bunch of seeds being planted between the two of you, and this everything was growing, growing, growing like crazy, and then this natural disaster came in and wiped it all out. And you're like, we can't come back from this. This is damaged. But then you're like, but is there a seed that we forgot about that like could still grow from this? Like, is there still, so it's like this feeling of like, is there still a chance? Is kind of what I'm getting. And I think I'm pulling that from both sides. But of course, this is specifically his feelings. So I think he's wondering that. Do either of you have accents? Because that word is coming through. Accent. It could just be a random message. Rising, let me know if you have any follow-up to that. Okay, good, Rising. I'm happy to hear that. All right, guys, we are working on our last two readings. Thank you, Rising. Thank you for the donation. I hope you have a good night. We are working on our last two readings on the list right now. I suppose I'll go ahead and do a last call really quickly because I do have some things to get done, and I've been here for almost 4 hours. Can you believe that? Yeah, there was the word accent here. But accent can mean a lot of things. It can mean a verbal sound, or it could mean like you accentuate my life. You add to it, you make it better, that kind of thing. There's also that spin on it. So we're gonna do last call for readings, guys. I would stay longer, but it's been about 4 hours, and boy, I am tired. I'm very tired, and I still have some housework to get done tonight. So there's that. All right, so we're working on Terry now. You're welcome, Rising. Terry. How does Xavier feel towards me and the connection? Oh, Terry, I was actually thinking too, like how have you been feeling? All right, how does Xavier feel towards Terry and the connection? Terry, I know that you said you guys are in different places, and I first and foremost want to trust, and I want to say I trust your intuition about that and your feelings about that. So what I'm about to say, even though it's to the contrary, I also want you to hold space for what it is that you know, and what you feel to be true. Okay. But I am seeing Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles here. That leads me into Two of Cups. I do see him deliberating. I do see him questioning. But overall, I feel there is success here. I feel like towards the end of your pregnancy is where you're going to start seeing some changes. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles indicates that he's going to come through with new communication and new offer, new opportunity. He is going to come through for you. I feel like it's towards the end of the pregnancy. I'm not sure, I can't remember how far along you are or when you're due, but I feel like for him, he's wanting to give to you what it is you need. And I feel that I want to tell you, don't give up hope. I want to tell you that he will come through for you. He will get his shit together. And I feel like, it might be difficult because you're seeing the complete opposite of that, and it's probably going to be difficult to keep the faith. So if you choose not to get your hopes up on that, that is perfectly fine, and I understand that. But the cards are showing me that he wants to be your partner, that he wants to support you, be an equal in this, be someone you can rely on, a co-parent, offer financial stability, offer emotional and mental support for you. And the world here is just very full. It's like very like at the end, like it's like once things are close to being over, because the world is the last step in the fool's journey. And so it's giving like once things come full term, or once things are almost over, things are coming to an end, which is making me think like your pregnancy, that's when I'm going to come through for you. That's when you're going to see more of me. Now I feel like he does have a lot going on in his head. There's restlessness, there's uncertainty, there's curiosity, there's confusion. Seeing that a lot with the Seven of Cups. But I feel, if I'm going to go off of these cards alone, that he is going to come through for you, but it's going to be more towards like your due date or around the time that you're full term. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up on. Let me know if you have any questions. You can comment after the live stream is over if I don't see you before then. But that is what I was picking up on. Okay, so last but not least, we have James. James, if you're here, feel free to check in with me if you'd like. But we're going to go ahead and get started on your reading. I went ahead and closed the list, so it's been a great stream. I hope everyone enjoyed their readings with me. All right, this is for James. James says, should I reach out to Patty to make plans? Should he reach out to Patty to make plans? So James, I am getting a yes. I have the King of Swords indicating you. I think that's Gemini energy again coming through for you. But it's basically saying you take the lead on this. You take the reins on making these plans. Take the lead. Seven of Pentacles talks about like multiple investments or multiple interests or opportunities. So I feel like don't take no for an answer is basically what I'm taking. You want to respect boundaries, of course, but what I mean by when I say don't take no for an answer is like ask her to hang out, and if she's like no, can't do that, just be like, okay, well, I'm also free this day and this day to do this and that. What about that? And she's like, I could probably do blah blah blah, but maybe not the other thing. Like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll check back in with you. You know, obviously, like this is her decision, but I feel like give yourself as many chances as you possibly can to make something happen. But I am seeing success. I have the Four of Wands here, and I'm seeing it's important that you take the lead on this. You make that plan. Now, I also have the Queen of Pentacles, so I feel like she might be more of a homebody this week, and that might, I don't know, have you been to her house before? She might want to do something that's not so public, that's not so social. She might be more in the mood to just kind of hang out at home. Where she feels comfort. So, keeping that in mind, you might want to make plans around that. Let's see. Let's see. Anything else that she needs to know? Or he needs to know? What else does he need to know? You know, I feel like it's more likely to go your way if you're the one to make the plans. Oh, you do go to her house. Okay, perfect. All right, that actually that works out great. We live close, only about 10-15 minutes apart. Yeah, I'm just kidding because like she's coming through as like more of a homebody. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo energy, more like I want to be home, I want to be close to home. She might even want to work on her home. Like, I don't know. She might want to like do domesticated things, like cook dinner together or paint some walls or put some furniture together. I don't know, but I'm just getting like she'll be more inclined to say yes if it doesn't require a lot of social energy output, you know. But yeah, I say give her a call. Because I keep getting that like you need to take the lead on this one to have more success, more opportunity for success. Just let her know, like, you know, you want to take it easy. You know, you were thinking just like kind of hanging out, doing something low key, not really requiring much work, effort, or money. Pretty casual. I think that's going to be more her speed this week. All right. So, James, that's what I got for you. Good luck. I hope you see her soon. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. You guys probably won't see me for the rest of the evening. But my plan is to be back almost every day this week. So, you guys should have another opportunity to catch me if you want some more readings done. I am going to go do some cleaning, get some laundry done, get some dinner heated up. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye, James. Bye, everyone else who's in here. It was good seeing you.